And here's your scientist review. You have Robert Hooke created the first microscope. This is a picture of him right here. And he viewed cork cells, and he named the first cell, which means tiny rooms. It comes from Latin. And this is what his microscope looked like. Then a few years later, Anton von Leeuwenhoek, we remember his name, Anton von Leeuwenhoek, he discovered bacteria. So think of something nasty, choking, and that's a bacteria. But you're thinking bad bacteria, but he actually saw good bacteria, which is yeast. And he did that by creating a better microscope. And this happens to be his microscope. It's very teeny tiny. You hold it quite tiny up to the eye, and you can see little tiny things, which he was able to see yeast, even smaller things than what Hooke saw. Then 200 years go by, the nucleus was discovered, and you should know that if you find a nucleus, that's in a eukaryotic cell. If you don't see a nucleus, like in bacteria, that's in a prokaryotic cell, or prokaryote. So that's coming up in your next lesson. So this whole section here of nucleus, that's the very next one on Thursday, so pay attention to that for the future. But for this review, you're just going to have to know Hooke, Leeuwenhoek, Schleiden, Swan, and Virchow, as well as the cell theory. So with Schleiden, he concluded that plant parts are made of cells. Swan said that animal parts are made of cells. Rudolf Virchow said that cells come from existing cells. So I have an animal, I have a plant, and I have bacteria, and then you have your cell theory. And you should be good to go. All organisms are made of one or more cells. The cell is the basic unit of all living things, and all cells come from existing cells.